to the flag for which it stands. I'm sorry. What is it? How is it?
Republic.
To the what? To the Republic. But George Bush, Papa Bush, Clinton, and the other crackers always talk about democracy for some reason. You have to understand how a republic is then transformed into a democracy. It was set up as a republic and then eventually ran like a democracy. Democracy, demo, mobocracy, rule, mob, rules, democracy. This is very, very serious. I'm getting ready to conclude, but I want to tell you guys about these. These are legal briefs. And I went over with them about the W-4 forms. Get your check back, get your money, get the law, see the rules, see the definitions, see the court cases. What I'm talking about is nothing new. It's very real. Eventually, we can get people out of prison. Go and look up something called a slush fund. Okay, the slush fund is something where judges, when you pay the clerk the money's supposed to go to a not-for-profit, but it doesn't. It goes to the judge's for-profit corporation. It's illegal. But if you don't know that, you're not going to do anything. You could then bring a case against the judge and have that case, or any case you pick, and have it kicked out, thus freeing who you want to free. Only if there were no victims, because in common law, it's only basically two things. Don't steal and don't hurt me. There can't be any victims. Y'all with me so far? United States Code tells you about vessels, maritime law. Y'all like that? Maritime law, which is basically the law of the sea, which the president acts over. When you go and read all of this, it's funny, because you're considered a vessel. You are considered a vessel that has been captured, which means you have no rights. You understand that? When you go and look into the codes and the laws, you understand, you see it for yourself, and you will be amazed. Give me some questions, please. Anybody? Children. Does it work? Sorry. What's your question?
Children that come to the world not licensed. What types of hurdles are going to be in their way because if they're not in the system? You know what I'm saying? You're saying
I understand what you're saying.
if a parent is on the license, the child is on the license as well. Is that what you were saying earlier about the Social Security number? So does it, so you're saying it doesn't even matter if they have birth certificate as long as the parents are on the license, you know what I mean, or registered. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't.
If you have a Social Security number, you have a child, is that child automatically registered?
Yeah, he's not automatically registered, but he's basically, because he's from you, you're an investment. It's like a cow, right? You're a child. If I brand you, right, I don't have to brand you because I know that's from you. That belongs to me too, because you belong to me. You understand? So they brand you with 10-digit numbers called districts. You know, Social Security number, districts, District of Columbia, the districts that you live in. You gotta live in the district of. And then when you look up the word district, you find this strain, a choke which the king has on your throat. You can't move. Who's the king? The king, the British. They own America. Go ahead.
What's the process of coming about personally? You know, how you lose your Social Security number? How you know what I mean? I don't know if you've answered that already.
Yeah, in the beginning I answered some of it. It's a long process.
I understand.
And I can't get into it right now because I'm closing. And I don't get into it because we don't really know. And I'm not talking about you.
I understand.
Like if I teach you how to get rid of a mortgage and get money back, we go get rid of the mortgage and go buy a Bentley. You know what I mean? Or we keep doing it and keep doing it. We abuse it. You understand? So what we are doing is, this is a society that we are creating. that you would hopefully be a part of. You understand? You are familiar with, what's the place? 1908. They burned it, they blew it up. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street. 1908, barely out of slavery. 11,000 businesses by us. Hospitals, doctors, lawyers, and a bus line. And much do we have that now? Do we own Mark? Do we own Grady? Do we have a school for us? That'll teach them this? Do we? Do we agree with the school system? If we came here on some ships, the crackers freed you, right? If they freed you, and they say, well, listen, you got to go to school. Did you build that school? Does that school have your culture? At what point in America did we build a university, a learning institute without information? No point. Nowhere. So that means the curriculum that you and your child, our cousins and uncles are learning is still their curriculum. At no point in time have we came in and put in our own institutes. You have African Center Schools. You got the Nation of Islam, been around 3,000 years with one school. They have a 1,000,000-man march, make $20 million, ain't built no more schools. Where the hell is the money going at? Where's the money? We here, we unified. We're in the building right now. We agree our education system is not working for us. It is not for us. They are drugging us with Ritalin because they don't understand that the black man, the child energy level is much higher than anybody else's. We can't move around. They don't understand that the school system is a feminine school system. Thus, the boys are more likely to end up in special education. And it's the opposite in England. It's a male dominant, so the girls are in special education. Did y'all know that? These are facts. Thurgood Marshall thought that, well, if the Negro could go to the cracker school, we'll get a better education. No, sir. They had to bring the army in to get 6 niggas in the school. Why you want to send me where they don't want me and I don't want to go? Build my own school. Huh? The Civil Rights Act. We have to undo the Civil Rights Act. We have to bring in principles of Jim Crow. I don't know if y'all know what Jim Crow is. Stay on this side of the track. Don't go over there. What happens when you stay on this side of the track? I gotta buy bread from him. I have to buy clothes from her. I gotta buy shoes from him. Right? He's thriving, she's thriving, he's thriving. That money comes back in my community. Jim Crow. Nah, man, we want to go to the cracker side. They got better restaurants. They feed us in the back. Y'all niggas want to go eat with them? You want to go stay in their hotel? Ride their buses? That's what we want to do. Undo the Civil Acts. Undo some of those things. Bring back the principle. It's hard for us to buy with us. Why? Because we don't know who we are. Thus, if she looks like me, I don't respect her. I respect him. It's easy for me to sell dope. Go buy an 8-ball, cook it up, sell it, right in my own hood. To somebody that looks like me. Somebody who'll give me sex for crack. You understand? But if I know who I am, I never do that. I create an army to protect you. An army to protect y'all, your children. You understand? So at what point do we unify? Do we keep coming to lectures? Do we keep coming to meetings? Do we make an allegiance? Do we hear, we study, and then say, listen, this is what we're going to do. Here are the plans. Here's what's laid out. A culture center. 26,000 feet. Blueprint. It's laid out. Who gonna fund it? Who gonna fund the houses? So if we had a real estate investor, if we had a real estate developer, we have an area that's gated off like everything on 285 Cascade, right? The school is down the street. We don't have to worry about things. Y'all understand? Is this making sense? At no point in time have we cut off what they have given us. At no point in time. we still want it. It's hard because we're addicts. We are addicted to colonization, to the goods of colonization. We don't want nothing else. You know what an addict is? An addict is someone who's just extreme with what he has. He don't know until he hits rock bottom. You gotta hit rock bottom and say, listen, I want to get this shit out. I don't want it no more. I want to be free, sovereign, and independent. Y'all with me?